Chair, Synod. The motion that stands before you today in my name simply asks us to be more Christ-like, more like the Jesus that this woman and we encounter in Mark chapter 5. My motion is simple and it states, internal inquiries are insufficient nor right in principle. Secondly, it asks that the Archbishop's Council commission an independent review. Thirdly, it asks that the terms of reference and the scope of that review be a co-production between the Archbishop's Council and those who have been abused.
Although I fully understand why many Synod members want to hold this debate, I believe the timing is far from ideal. We've yet to receive the independent report by Fiona Scolding KC, and having been interviewed by her at length, I have no doubt at all that she will be fully independent. Personally, I think it would have been wiser to have waited for the publication of the report. She is a barrister. She's been asked to act independently, and indeed I believe there's a danger that we might jump to conclusions or even criticise a report which we've not yet seen, including myself. I've not even seen a draft of it. I'm still waiting.
Robert's motion as it stands and the accompanying paper are not, I feel, the most constructive ways of promoting this necessary culture change. This is for two main reasons. The first is that things have moved on considerably since the motion was conceived. The initial investigation, which has now concluded, was handled well by the NST. Matt Redman himself has written to say how much he appreciated our colleagues' handling of it. And in response to awareness of this private member's motion and some comments that have been ascribed to him by others, Matt has written, "We have had such good interactions with the NST and really respect them. Our words were definitely not meant as a criticism of them." You'll note too that the tone of his Let There Be Light documentary was also positive about the NST's work. I don't see enough benefit in a costly re-investigation of those actual events, with no guarantee that victims, survivors, and those involved in a variety of other ways would be willing to put themselves through potentially traumatising further interviews.
In the House of Bishops, 20 in favour, 2 against, 8 recorded abstentions. In the House of Clergy, 84 in favour, 75 against, 7 recorded abstentions. In the House of Laity, 80 in favour, 78 against, 6 recorded abstentions. The amendment is therefore carried.
I am dismayed that we passed this amendment. As Judith Maltby pointed out, to have the Archbishop's Council look into this with the recent history is shocking. And I don't think this is going to be received well outside of this chamber. Part of the main purpose of Robert's motion was to involve survivors in this scope of how this would be looked into. So that's...
Those voting in favour, 303. Those against, 20. Recorded abstentions, 38. The motion is carried.